The road was little more than a ribbon of cracked stone, swallowed by creeping weeds and framed by skeletal trees. Clara tightened her grip on the steering wheel as the last light of dusk slipped beneath the horizon. She wasn't supposed to be here. Her GPS had rerouted her through some forgotten countryside road after the main highway was blocked. By the time she noticed the gas gauge blinking empty, the world around her was already sinking into darkness. Then, out of the mist, shapes emerged, weather-beaten cottages, crooked lampposts, and a cracked wooden sign that read in faded paint, "Welcome to Hollowridge." Something about the name made her stomach lurch. But she had no choice. She pulled into the village square, where a stone fountain gurgled faintly though no water spilled. Not a single window was lit. The first Clara stepped out of the car. The air was sharp and unnervingly still. Her footsteps echoed against the cobblestones. "Hello," she called, her voice bouncing between the shadowy houses. No answer. The nearest cottage had a door ajar, swaying gently though there was no wind. She pushed it open. Inside, dust floated in beams of moonlight slicing through cracked shutters. The furniture was arranged neatly, but it all looked wrong. A plate of food rested on the table, crusted with mold, as though someone had set it down decades ago and simply walked away. She shivered and backed out, bumping into something soft. When she turned, she saw a rag doll lying in the dirt, its button eyes glinting. Its stitched mouth was ripped open as though in a silent scream. She didn't pick it up. The murmurs deeper into the village, Clara heard it, a faint murmuring, like prayers whispered under breath. It came from the church that loomed at the far end of the square. The heavy doors creaked open easily, revealing rows of pews coated in dust. Candles burned on the altar, their flames too tall, too bright, refusing to flicker though the air was icy. And the voices, she realized, weren't coming from any visible person. They slithered out from the walls themselves, overlapping whispers in languages she couldn't understand. Her throat tightened. Something in her told her to run, but her feet refused. Instead, her eyes drifted upward toward the crucifix nailed to the wall. The figure wasn't Christ. It was a withered Alice corpse bound to the wood, its head slumped. As Clara gasped, the corpse's lips twitched. "Stay!" Her scream tore through the church as she stumbled backward, crashing through the doors into the square. The shadows breathless, Clara darted between the houses, searching for her car. But the square stretched longer than it had before. The fountain now distant, unreachable. Shadows crawled along the walls, too fast, too sharp to be human. They moved independently of her, peeling themselves away from the ground to stretch into grotesque forms, long arms, Alice heads, grinning mouths filled with blah.